Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning channel. I'm excited to be here today. I'm excited to be here with you getting into my weekly check-in. So I was late getting my weekly check-in and paycheck budget up last week. It was supposed to go up Friday and Saturday and it went up Monday and Tuesday of this week. I think I was a little burned out. Things were happening and it just didn't get done, and I do apologize for that. This should be going up on time. I'm filming this on Thursday the 22nd and it should be up on Friday the 23rd, which is the start of a new weekly check-in. So I'm doing a no spend today because Lord knows I have been spending more than I should. This time of year, the summer months, I just enjoy spending more than I do any other time of the year. So yeah, this is kind of what happens every summer. So I'm trying to keep a close eye on it. As you can see, I got a little number here I've written. This is what I have available to remind me what's available for the last week of the month. Cannot believe August is almost over. Labor Day is right around the corner, and this is the first Labor Day I'm really excited about because everywhere my husband and I have lived, our sons in public school started the first day of school day after Labor Day. Well, my family has a family reunion on Labor Day, and so that makes things difficult getting back from wherever we lived because we were military. We were Navy for 25 years, and so wherever we lived that it was pretty far away from our family. Now that we live in the same state with our family, it's only a couple hours away and we can actually go to a family reunion this year. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited because my mom and dad will be there and they've just moved to the area and things like that. So I've had a lot of life changes happen this year. With all that being said, if you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm excited to have you here. I am on a goal to monetize this channel. I do not have 1,000 subscribers. I have all the watch hours I need, but I need 1,000 subscribers. So if you enjoy this kind of content, will you please hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell and like and comment, put an emoji. It doesn't matter. If you just want to say hi, just say hi, put a couple emojis in the comment section. That would be amazing. Help grow my channel and reach those that like content like this. So, and welcome to the community. So here we go. Spending. Yay, spending. I do not have this all written out. I just realized that. So let me get my notepad and we'll write it out together. Okay, so I take a little piece of paper, notepad that I have, and I fold it in half, and I like it long-wise this way. The reason I'm doing this is I had plenty of these, and I have to use them up, and I hadn't been using them. So I am not buying a lot of new planner supplies this year. Even though I have bought a handful of stickers, I have not bought new notebooks, new notepads, or anything like that. I would like to, but it's not going to happen. So the first thing I have here, as you see, I color code all my different spending categories. I have 6 categories, and the first one we have here is grocery household in pink. The next one is restaurants in blue, miscellaneous in green, gas in orange, copay in purple, and unbudgeted in yellow. So that is what we are working with today, and I think I have something for all of those categories. So that is that's crazy. A lot of spending, like I said. So we're going to start with pink. The first one I have here is on the 18th, Sunday, and this is an Amazon purchase. I'm going to write G/H, which stands for grocery household. We're going to put $21.17. And that was for sleep aids. My husband needs a little help with some sleep, and so it's like Tylenol PM, but the Amazon generic brand, and he likes using those. He has to be careful which one he buys, because if he buys some of the other brands or combinations, he has really weird dreams that go with them. So this one doesn't seem to cause those weird dreams, and yeah, he's happy with it. So I did get that. Let's see, I also spent $1.99 on groceries and 77 cents here. And I do have some notes on what we bought. It was milk, individual tea bottles for my husband's lunches, juices, meats, several meats. So that's why it was really high. You know, I got steak, I've got packages of chicken, I got packages of ground beef and all the things. So I stocked up on the meats that we would need for the next couple weeks. Froze some of them, used some of them. So that's kind of how that worked. Creamer, snacks, other freezer stuff. When I make like teriyaki chicken, we like spring rolls, things like that. And let's see, bathroom supplies, which are always expensive, and things like that. So that was the gist of that spending that day. And then I have this $23.74. Now I'm gonna have to look and see if I wrote down what that was. $23.74. And I always track this. So Liquid IV. So that was a subscribe and save. That's something comes out every month about the same time. I'm thinking about changing the date so it comes out with the rest of my subscribe and save at the end of the month. There is, and I'm glad I said that out loud because I need to like earmark $100 of this to cover that cost. So or I'm going to use next month's money to pay for it. We'll have to wait and see how that works out, but I'm glad I did say that out loud. Now, that's a subscribe and save Liquid IV. I'm kind of ahead of the game on that, so I might change that so it doesn't come for a month or two and save a little money next month. But my husband uses Liquid IV. Some are caffeinated, some are not, and so that's why I have two different things going on here. This one is the caffeinated one, the one I bought right here for $24. It's not a subscribe and save, and I need to put it on that just to save a few pennies here. This Liquid IV is just, it doesn't have the caffeine. This is the cherry, and this one is the yucca pineapple, I think it is. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it's definitely the pineapple and the lemon, and then this is the golden cherry. And he likes, those are the two flavors he uses all the time. I use the sugar-free peach for myself, and I have well stocked on that, and I have not been drinking it, and I really should. So yeah, there's that. And then there were $57 I had to go in the grocery store the other day because I needed to stock up on some personal items for myself for this month, and so I went ahead and stocked up a bunch of things for that, some Tums, and then a chocolate snack because I was desperately craving a chocolate snack. So I did that, and that is all of the different grocery items and grocery household items that I purchased. And we're going to go ahead and total this up and see how much I spent in grocery household. Okay, so we have $325.68 for grocery household. Average week from us for how our family spends. There's 4 adults that we are budgeting for, 20 and older in the household. 2 of my adult sons live at home. They have autism, so I take care of the needs, and we budget high for grocery household to make sure everything is covered for everybody. That includes their supplements, that includes their bathroom supplies, that includes cleaning supplies, everything that we need as a family of 4 adults. We all commingle our money and then budget from there. So that is what we do there. And yeah, that's an average for 4 adults per week. Now we're going to move on to restaurants. So restaurants, there's been a lot of eating out. Again, my parents just moved to this area, and when they moved here, they're used to going out to eat pretty regularly and every Sunday for sure. We go once or twice, me and my husband, and then my sons order pizza once a week. And that, it's usually 3 transactions. But in the summertime, it does pick up, and we do go out to eat more, whether we're visiting family or friends or doing some whatever. This is kind of where we're at right now. So I have to balance the eating out with my parents and my family, and we haven't really adjusted quite yet. So we have spent a lot of money. And yeah, we've spent a lot of money so far. So Old Chicago is a pizza place. Let's see, this is restaurants. I call it Rest, even though it's not restful. There we go. As an abbreviation for restaurants. So Old Chicago is a deep dish pizza kind of place, Chicago pizza kind of thing. here, and my husband likes to go too. I introduced it to him, and he is obsessed. So we try not to go more than once a month, but there you go. Papa John's, $31.52. That was my son's. Oh, this was $53.19 for Old Chicago, and then $31 for Papa John's, $52. $7-8 of that is actually the delivery. We always tip high. It's kind of part of our giving when we want to support like a delivery driver who's trying to do a side hustle to help pay off their debts and stuff like that. It's part of our giving. So I really like to honor those people no matter who they are, no matter what circumstances in their life. And at restaurants, I'm sure we tipped over 20% on that as well. So we just really try to tip well so people can make their bills and everything, and just take care of our community in addition to when we tithe, when we give and offerings and all that stuff. So if our eating out seems high, part of that is tipping. In a lot of places we go to, we do tip. Now, if it's fast food and things like that, like McDonald's or Chick-fil-A, no, we don't tip those places. But if it's a sit-down restaurant and we're being served, yes, I want to help those people. Or if they're driving a vehicle to our house and delivering it, yeah, I'm going to tip those people. So, Golden Corral, we went there for the first time. Our Golden Corral just got remodeled last year. It apparently had caught on fire before we moved here couple years ago, and then it was closed, and then last year opened up, and then my parents moved up here, and you know, they love going to Golden Corral, so we decided to go this Sunday and kind of spend some time with them for a family for adults buffet with drinks. And no, this did not include tip. I left a tip on the table in cash. This was $74.14. I'm not too big on buffets. There's a China buffet we go to from time to time, and then there's this Golden Corral. That's what we have here. Now, I remember, trivia here, when I was younger and in high school, I worked at Golden Corral, and they were not buffet only. They actually had a wait staff. They took your order. You walk through a line. They took like cafeteria style. You got a tray. You got your drinks and some plates for the salad bar. And they took your steak order, your chicken order, whatever it was, and then it was brought out to your table. So that tells you how old I am. And I was like, I can't believe Golden Corral's buffet only. If I don't go very often, it's very rare that I go, but when I do, I'm like, it weirds me out because I only remember when it was before the buffet, not after. So yeah. A lot of judgment going on from me when I think back on that. All right, so let's go ahead and check these off. I forgot to do these. And next I have Chick-fil-A. I did have breakfast yesterday out. I needed to get out of the house. It was such a beautiful day and work on some stuff, and I just needed a different place to go. So I went to Chick-fil-A, got breakfast, and then my husband was working. He got up so early, he didn't have time to make lunch and get to his job site that he had to travel to. And so he stopped at McDonald's on the way home and got some lunch. So he didn't make his lunch. He normally makes his lunch and take it with him, but that didn't happen yesterday, and that is okay because we didn't go out to dinner last night. So let's go ahead and total up the restaurants and see how much we spent. All right, we spent $176.60. I try to keep it $110, but it doesn't always work that way. Going into next month, I think I want to try to at least keep it at $100, and I'm just going to have to explain to my parents, we just don't, as a family, go out that big very often. So if we're going to have to incorporate more family time and eating out, we're going to have to talk about that a little bit. All right, now that I have the restaurants all done, we're going to move on to the miscellaneous, which is this green colored. I don't have any here, but I do have some here. So Amazon, $10 here. And this is just an estimate. It was $9.99, and there was tax, and I kind of split it between these two items. I bought it at the same time, so I separated it in two different categories, but it was actually one purchase, one charge. It was $31.17. But I do split them sometimes, and I track them for different categories, and that is okay. And I just allocated $10 to that one product, and it was for, I don't know if you've ever seen them, but they're to assist the elderly getting in and out of a car. You can hook it to this little opening in your car that's already there for the door latch, and they can brace their arm on it and get leverage to get in and out of the car. So with my father-in-law, he's turning 74 tomorrow. Is it tomorrow? Is it today? Tomorrow. Okay, we haven't missed it yet. So he's turning 74 tomorrow. And he, I've been noticed he struggles in that area. And for him to be safe in our vehicle, because we have a Nissan Armada SUV, getting in and out, I just have to consider him when he's with us. And he does spend time with us every few months or so for 4 days. And so, yeah, I went ahead and got that. And that'll be in my car. And I thought that was a really good purchase. Also, my husband ordered, they're called breech gear. And that was $31.54. And I'm not sure exactly what it is. So it's called breech gear. I got the name off the charge on the credit card. He explained it to me, but now I forgot what it was. But that's okay. I accounted for it, and that's all that matters right here. Amazon $22.25. Most of the purchases I do. My husband doesn't purchase a whole lot, or I'm with him when he's making it. The $22.25 battery charger. Oh, okay. Yes. So I have this. 1 second. Sorry, it's noisy. Battery charger that came with 3 of these. You pop them in and you plug in here. And here's the plug. This one I'm using, one of them won't charge. One of these ports won't charge anymore. And I have 3 of these, actually I have 4 batteries. And I cycle through these batteries as I do my videos. And with one of these ports going out, I was afraid if I did not buy another set that I wouldn't be able to charge easily and I would lose this port altogether. So I wanted to make sure I had another one of these. I haven't tested it yet, but I do have it. For now, I'm good, but I just, when things start going out like that, you want to make sure you have a backup and don't have to wait for the backup to happen. The last thing I have for Amazon is $61.58. I'll admit it. I was just feeling like shopping that day. What did I get? So I'm asking what did I get, and it all came in today. So I got, what did I get? Okay, where I sit in my bedroom and film, my desk chair on wheels that moves around is on carpet. So I wanted a piece of carpet that would allow my chair to move more smoothly and not tear up the carpet I already have. This watch, okay, this is a Luxe Fitbit watch. And I love this thing because it's thin, it's pretty, and things like that. And I bought a new watch band. My other band was rose gold. If you watch my past videos, it looks more pink than what this is. And I wanted the gold to match the gold on my Fitbit. So I bought another one. It's just a magnetic, very simple metal magnetic kind of adjustable band that just goes around and it stays on, and it's breathable, which is what I needed most. So I got this as well as some compression socks for my feet. I know, very boring. And those were the 3 items that I got with that $61.58. And the socks, I got multiple pairs, so like 3 pairs of socks plus the mat plus the watch band here. This was only like $10, I think. And it was not bad for the price, and I'm glad I got it, and glad it's over with. So there is that. Let's go ahead and total these numbers up and see how much we spent here. All right, $125.37 for miscellaneous. Last week, I was kind of secretly hoping that I can use miscellaneous to pay off the Legos, but I don't think that's going to happen. But I think I have more in grocery household available that's going to cover the cost of what excess I have been spending. So we'll see what happens there. So gasoline is another purchase. I normally go to Marathon, which is right down the street from my house. But the next place I go right down the street from my house is Circle K if Marathon is too busy and I can't get in. So I don't venture very far from my house very often. So I spent $66.41 on that. That's the gasoline. And I do have copay here, which is this purple. Copay for me is any copay for doctor's appointments that have been billed. Some of them are billed, some of them I pay up front. So it just depends on who I'm seeing. And then any prescription copays. So that's what I have here. So copay, I had one prescription. It was $4.16. Not too bad. And that was that. Budgeted. And all that means is I didn't plan for it. And I did not plan for our anniversary or save up for what we wanted to spend for our wedding anniversary. We've been married 28 years. Feels like forever and a day. And but my husband did deploy a lot, so I did get some alone time. Just it was with the kids. Anyway, there was a couple Lego kits that we really, really wanted. I wanted a Lego bonsai tree. I showed this in a previous video when we ordered it. And to go with my Karate Kid autograph, because I like to collect autographs. And then I also got an autograph from my husband from Richard Dreyfuss that was in the movie Jaws from the late 70s. And that was, he was like 2 years old, and he saw it in the theater when he was 2. And then he saw it growing up and loved the movie and was obsessed, sharks and things like that. So a lot of people were. So they came out with a Lego Ideas kit, I think it's Ideas kit, for the movie Jaws. And it just released, and yeah, he is so happy. And our son loves to build Legos. Like, if you know, you know. My son, he only gets Legos for birthday and Christmas usually, and if he has extra birthday money. So that's what happened here. Because he had birthday money left over, we had him spend that, and then we also bought our kits as well. So that was $290.18 for the Lego kits. Not cheap. Never are. If it says Lego, it's kind of like Gucci or Chanel for everybody else. And, it's a lot of money. But we love our son, and we have a limit on how much we spend on birthday and Christmas. But, we are enjoying as a family and as adults seeing the kits, and he gets to build them for us. He built, my son built also an orchid kit for my mother, and I bought the kit for my mom. That was also included in this purchase. And so it's 3 Lego kits here. And yeah, that was awesome, because we took the kit over to my mom's house and stayed an hour and a half, and he built the whole thing and had it ready for her. And he's been building Legos since he was like 7 years old, so he loved it. And when I was doing the budget, I got to take care of this Lego purchase. I can't go into the month of September with a deficit. So what I decided to do is just do unbudgeted, take it out of the budget, and see how much money's left over. Because right now, where it's standing, all my bills have been paid. Everything's been checked off. I've got them all written down. The only thing I have left is the spending category. This is how I do it monthly, and this is how I break it down paycheck to paycheck. That's been closed out. I already have that video up, and this will be the end of the month video with week 5 check-in, or not 5, 4 check-in. So we're in week 3 right now, closing out week 3, setting up week 4, and this paycheck 2 is going to have all those numbers, and everything's already been paid. So what I have left after I make this weekly check-in payment, because everything goes on the credit card for me, all these spending, this is why I have to track it. I need to know what I'm spending, and I need to know how much to pay the credit card back, and I got to make sure I have the money in the checking account to pay the credit card back. So that is kind of where I'm at, and I'm forcing myself to pay it, and then seeing what kind of number I have left, which I already know what that number is, and that's what the rest of the week is. And I also mentioned earlier, I have to remember Amazon, so I'm going to make a note here, Amazon, the 29th. That's when everything is charged. They will be mailing it out. So let's total these numbers up. Now I gotta make sure there's no more bills that went to the credit card for this time period. I think just 2 bills came in. So where did I close it out last? All right, these are my payments. So we're going to include the AT&T bill, which was $285.73 is what we have in our AT&T bill. Then I have Apple.com, which is $2.99. The storage I have on my phone of my lovely family, friends, activities forever and a day. It goes back, I think, to 2007. And then I have $39.17, which is my husband's bill every month. And now we are going to do the totals here. Forgot what I was doing. And we are going to total how much bills is. So the reason I do all the spending categories and the bills is because all that went on the credit card. That is my transaction log for the credit card, so I can stay on top of those things. $285.73 plus $299.39 and 39.17. All right, so I spent $327.89 on bills. The reason I total it here is because I have to pay back the credit card and I have to make sure I have the money in the checking account to pay the credit card. So the way I have my whole system set up is I delay and pay it once a week in order to make sure I can track and clear things off and keep my credit card paid at zero. So now that I know what the bills are, we're going to get the total for the payment of the credit card. And we know how much the bills are. $327.89 plus the $290.18. We're going to go ahead and incorporate that and get that paid off. Plus $4.16 for the copay, plus $66.41 for the gasoline, plus $125.37 for the miscellaneous, $176.60 for restaurants, and $325.68. Love that it has a back button for the grocery household. So in total, I need to pay the credit card $1,316.29. Let me see if I track that properly. Looky there, it is exact. Now, I don't like to take it from here in case I've made a mathematical error, and I can look at the bank account, and I got to make sure the bank account, I haven't paid it yet, so I'm going to pay that after this video, but I have to make sure it balances, and so far, so good. We are balancing. As soon as I look at my credit card statement online to see where we're at, hopefully it says the exact same number. I'll pay it, bring it to zero, and start a whole new week, and yeah, we're good to go. All right, so now let's move on to seeing how much we have left in each category. This closes out week 3, sets up week 4. Okay, I'm going to write down our spending, so I will be right back. So here's all the categories. Unbudgeted is always negative. There's no way around that. So let me get my red pen. I'm just going to go ahead and get that one out of the way. Should have planned. I need to make, I think, an anniversary category in my sinking funds. And my sinking funds are growing like crazy. I keep wanting to add stuff to it. So normally I usually have the cash to do this. This year is the first year that we are making much less than we had in the previous 6 years. So it's a little bit of a struggle to stay within those boundaries. And I relied heavily on the excess cash that we had to cover other things. So I really need to start putting a little more into different sinking funds, and hopefully if I can get monetized here on YouTube, I can have some extra money to go to those sinking fund categories to cover things like I would like to continue to contribute to my Roth IRA, which next year I may or may not be able to, or I only do a limited amount. So we'll have to see how that turns out. Let's see. All right, so let's do the math for that, or for the weekly check-in, and see how much of a balance we have left. I have not, my check marks only mean that I've paid the credit card and haven't done that yet, so I'm not going to be doing that. So I had $146.32 left over in grocery household to cover week 3 and week 4. We have spent $325.68, and that gives us $520.64. What I'm thinking is this $290 is going to come out of a mixture of these categories combined, and then we're just going to have enough, and we're going to be negative in some, and we'll see how it all works out in the end. when I close out the video at the end of the month. I think I'm doing that video on the 30th, 29th or 30th. I like to give myself a day of a no spend day and then just kind of close everything out. Let's see, the next one I have is $191.56 minus the $176.60. So we kind of blew all our eating out. We just have $14.96 left. Not a lot, and we'll definitely be negative in this category because I don't think we're going to change our eating habits because we're running out. And this month had an anniversary that was over almost $80, and then going out with my parents to Golden Corral, which was pretty much $80. That was two expenses. Even though I added money to this category and I added $128 extra, we're still way over. So probably by $100, maybe even more. It was just a spending month. It's August. It's what we do. So I will find the money from somewhere and we will take care of it. $174.57 minus $125.37, which is the miscellaneous, and that left $49.20. Okay, so gasoline $20.28 minus the $66.41. That still gives me $53.87. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to fill up gas until next month. Yeah, so I should have plenty of gasoline until after the 1st of next month for spending. Now I have $56.21 minus the $4.16. Now we're definitely not going to have a week 5, so I'm just going to put an X to there. So let's go ahead and move these totals over. Whoa, see the ink coming out. 520. It doesn't normally do that. 64. I'm not blotting that. That's a lot of ink. 1496. All right, and then 4920. 53.87. 51.96. And then, oh, this is 0. This restarts every week. That is the weekly check-in. The week 4 is set up. I know roughly how much I have left. Once I make the payment on the credit card from my checking to my credit card, I will know for sure what's left for the rest of this time period, and keep in mind in the end of the month Amazon purchases. And that is where I am today. Lego, I am paying it. I don't want to carry it over into next month, so we're good to go there. That is a horrible inky $sign there. There, it's a little better. All right, so that's all I have for now. I hope you enjoyed the weekly check-in. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Have an amazing and blessed day. Bye.
I used to stay up all night trying to find my place, chasing neon lights and looking for some kind of trace to lead me out of darkness. Give me a little faith, something to make me stronger, someone who could light the way. Then you came to me.